What's going on, Angelo family? In today's video, we're going to show you how long it takes a Tesla to charge from 10% to 80%. So currently, we are at 12% right now. I just plugged it in, and we are trying to charge the car up to 80%. So I am currently in a Tesla Model S long range, and we are trying to go to 80%. And it says it's going to take about 30 minutes or so to charge all the way up to 80%. So let's actually time it on this phone over here and see how long it takes. So plug that in. Stopwatch start now. Stopwatch starting right now, and we're gonna see how long it takes to get to 80%. So now it says 25 minutes, which is pretty cool. And this is the long range. So battery's around 370 or so, which is kind of a lot. And I'm actually kind of excited to see how fast it can actually charge. So fingers crossed it doesn't take the full 25-30 minutes. But I'm actually been very curious to see how long it takes. So for those of you who are curious, I've actually been charging my battery through Superchargers. Just because I don't have a charger at home. And I don't know, I kind of just enjoy just sitting down, relaxing, and just hanging out by the Supercharger. Like, my days are always so hectic and so busy, so any opportunity I get to just charge the car is just nice. And for me, Supercharging, I know it says kind of damages the battery, and I understand that, but from my point of view, it's that, like, I guess Teslas are just my favorite cars, so I kind of just know that one day I'm probably gonna sell the Model S and get a new Tesla, so I don't really worry too much about getting a brand new Tesla, I don't really worry about destroying the battery. I think the battery's already degraded from like 378, 370 something to about 360 now whenever I do a full charge, which is kind of unfortunate, right? But the car is around like what, almost 3 years old, which is pretty solid for the degradation for the car itself. I wouldn't have it any other way with regards to like having the car, I don't know, like, because I have the Model S long range, I drive so much, and it's just nice not having to fill it up all the way, to get like a good amount of range, right? Because coming from the Model Y, Model 3, like, and they were both the performance variants of it, the car, like, I was always charging it because I just drove a lot, and then I had Sentry mode on, so I never, like, I was kind of irritated, right? Like, how am I gonna charge again? Especially my first Model 3 was a Model 3 standard range plus. I really thought that 255, 265, whatever it was at the time, I really thought you were gonna get that real range with the electric car, with the Tesla, but I was so wrong. I never got it. And the battery would degrade so fast because I always had the performance wheels because I wanted to look nice, I wanted to look cool. And I was like, all right, well, sucks for me because it's not actually getting that full amount of range. And then when I switched over to the Model S long range, it was like, oh, I get actual real battery, like a real like long, high amount of charge. So I was really happy. So that was kind of one thing switching over to this car, is that I actually get like a lot of range. And at first I thought, oh, I won't really feel the difference between 250 to 300 to 350 like 370. You really notice the difference is crazy, especially if you drive a lot, right? Like, granted, most people probably don't need Model S long range. It's kind of like a luxury. I think you're just good enough getting the the Model 3 long range and Model Y long range, because once you have over that 300 battery, so it's pretty solid, right? I think if you have a Model S long range with the smaller wheels, you get to 400 miles of range, which is crazy. And I think 400 is a lot, right? 400 is a lot. That's why it's like, kind of, you're like, that's why a lot of people will get that, especially people who drive a ton, right? It's probably the best car for road trips if you drive a lot. For me, I just love to drive. I just love driving the car. I just love going all over. So it's like, it's kind of like a no-brainer for me to get a car with a bigger battery. Especially driving from Southern California to the Bay Area, I do one less charging stop, which saves about 40 minutes to an hour, which I really enjoy. And then, yeah, because this is my daily driver, I don't have to charge as much at the Supercharger or at the the slow charger, because it's like 80% is still pretty much a lot of battery, as opposed to like the Model 3. Like 80% of the Model S is like 100% of a Model 3 or Model Y. So it's like I don't have to worry much about the battery and having to charge all the time. So that's always been nice for having a much bigger battery, right? Yes, I do worry about battery degradation. Like, I know the battery's degraded a bit, but also I know like this isn't gonna be my forever car. I think I'm gonna probably switch it out for like, maybe one day I'll get a Roadster, maybe one day I'll get a Cybertruck, maybe one day I'll get a new Model 3, Model S, whatever it may be. I just really love driving Teslas. So I know the hardware is always changing, it's always getting better, the battery's always getting better, so that's what my hypothesis there. Also, the autopilot, the full self-driving, it's always improving, and you get new hardware whenever you actually change the car, get a new car. So that kind of helps a ton with regards to like me not having to worry about the battery, and not having to worry about, oh, are you supercharging so much it's going to destroy or kill your battery, right? Which is probably true, but I always know that I'll probably have a Tesla for a while, probably get a new one. Channel's really based off technology in Tesla, so just going forward there. So yeah, don't worry too much about it, man. Like, I've had so many different Teslas, and the fact that I'm able to change them, very fortunate, blessed to be able to change them. It's like, I can't believe I was worried about that battery for the other car, because I don't even have it anymore, right? Like my Model Y, like that car got totaled because someone hit me. And I was always worried about, oh, charge it nicely, don't like get dents on it. And then like next thing I know, like there were other plans for the car and it's gone now. So it just happens, man. It happens, Jello family. Like, you don't worry too much about things. Like, things come and go, especially this battery, right? I guarantee you, like, try not to worry too much about it, right? You never know, this might be your, if you have Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X, like, and you worry about battery degradation, maybe one day, like, you'll end up selling the car. Or maybe one day, like, the car won't work anymore, you'll have to let it go. And you're like, oh, I worried so much about this battery. So try not to worry about it too much. I know Tesla has pretty good battery warranty too, so if you end up degrading the car that much, just look at the battery warranty for the car, and I think Tesla is pretty good with regards to degradation, them replacing it for you. Looks like we're doing pretty good. We're at 25 minutes and 2 minutes remaining, and we're at 78%. I think we're gonna hit under 30. I'm gonna say 28 minutes. It's kind of cool. I guess it's pretty accurate, or Tesla just underestimates, overestimates, who knows. But yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, we're calculating. We're at 79%, 27, 26, and we got to 80. Let's go. So overall, like probably 27, 30. So overall, probably 27, 30. Let's go. I'm impressed.